G'day jabronis, it is Averd, back with you again, and yeah, this was a battle that happened. I'm not gonna show you the live comm of this, or the team builder, just because with the team builder, I'm just moving this camera so it's kind of in the middle. That's a bit better. There. Nope. Should be alright. That'll do. Basically, don't show the team builder because maybe there were a few ideas I might want to use in the next time we play each other. And honestly, just the battle, the live battle, was not something I wanted to show. But regardless, we are up against Caro or Sketchy Smeargle, coach of the Seattle Smeargles, for our round 3 PMC match. Going into it, I felt pretty good. And then when this battle happened, I didn't feel very good. But basically, that's the team. I'm not gonna go into the exact EVs, but basically, I had an Assault Vest mixed defensive Blastoise, designed to be able to take a Fusion Bolt from Kyurem and just kill it. Take a hit from Drill and kill it. Take a hit from Victini and kill it. Basically, they were the three. You could take a hit from any of those guys and kill them. I didn't bring Gorgeist because I didn't really expect him to bring like Drill plus Hippo. I didn't expect that at all. But he did, so cool, whatever. I brought Zapdos as my drill check anyway. Checked it quite nicely. Like I had Charty Berry, so cool. I had a Roarval Ninetales to kind of counteract Hippo if he did bring it. Then I had Blaziken, just being standard Blaziken. Then I had Hydreigon, which is a Life Orb set, and Scoldy as a Lumberry set because I want to be able to set up on Scald Vaporeon, stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna jump into the game. Pokemon's a fun game sometimes, guys. These matches happen where things just don't go in your favor. So it's just you do what you can with it. Like so, I try to make the best of a bad situation. But basically, I'm gonna lead off with Blastoise. Had a really good matchup against his entire team, and he's gonna lead off with this Hippopotas. Now, I was very surprised turn 1 that he did not choose to switch out his Hippopotas. I mean, if it was me and you knew your opponent could fire off a Scald and potentially get off a huge amount of damage on Hippopotas, like, I wouldn't stay in. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a smart idea, anything. Even if you have Slack Off, like, it's not a good idea. So I decided to go to Ninetales because I expect him to go for Rocks. Like, Rocks makes a million times more sense here than a Toxic. Or even staying in. I expected him actually to switch out to Kyurem or something, but no, he goes for Toxic. And I'm like, okay. Don't really know what's going on there, but I did that, and that's fine, because obviously I could go for the Encore, but I mean, it seems pretty obvious that he's going to switch out. I at least think it's pretty obvious he's going to switch out. Now, I have Hidden Power Rock on this thing to be able to hit it with. He is going to withdraw now. I just, that first turn was a bit weird. He is going to go into his Kyurem Black, though, obviously, because, you know, it's such a beast. Getting up that Terravolt and just being all kinds of scary. I'm going to go for the Freeze Dries, because, like, he kept his Hippo in against Blastoise, so he might just keep it in against Ninetales. Just wanted that bit of damage. I was a little bit apprehensive on a potentially scarfed Kyurem here, so I decided to go hard into Blastoise just because I was able to obviously take the Iron Head just fine if he did have it, which obviously he does. Now, at this point, next turn I do misclick. I was meant to click Counter, predicting a potential Fusion Bolt, and I accidentally click Rapid Spin. Now, this is kind of a blessing in disguise. It doesn't reveal Counter too early at all, but I was just hoping he did switch out, and he did. He does go out to Vaporeon, so that turns out kind of fortunate for me. But it looks a bit stupid that I click Rapid Spin. That really shouldn't come under a top but wire though from Arky, because like if I'd gone for Counter, I would have done less damage potentially to Vaporeon. Like it didn't change any part of the game, but whatever. Like this game was just kind of shit. So he goes in Vaporeon, and I'm like, well, I can't really do shit to you, so I'm just gonna go into my Hydreigon because that can do shit to you. JK, back into Ninetales, because the thing is, if he goes for Toxic, I don't care. If he goes for Scald, I don't care, because I'm bulky. And what I can do here is just go potentially for the, what do you call it? Aurora Veil, if I wanted to. But obviously the Hail is over, so I don't know if that's my best play. I'm potentially thinking of saving this Ninetales to come back in later on and set up the Aurora Veil. Would have been really nice to set that up this battle. Obviously I can't set it up now, so I'm going to switch hard into my Hydreigon, just because he can't really touch me, and if he goes into Kyurem, that's fine. As I saw from the damage, he could be potentially Scarf Kyurem, But if he was Scarf Kieran here, he'd have to lock himself into a Dragon move, allow me to go out to Ninetales for free, and set up an Aurora Veil, and from that point, I could potentially just set up with Blaziken and win. Turns out he's not Scarf, so I can just outspeed, drop a Draco, and Kieran's dead. So a huge threat on his team is out of the way. Hooray! I'm actually winning at this point, which is just crazy. This game would have been like, there's going to be some... So far, like, right, guys, things are looking pretty good for your boy. Things are looking pretty darn good. He goes into Victini. At this point, I'm like, well, if you're Scarfed, I don't care. Like, I really don't. So if you're Scarfed, just reveal it now. As it potentially could be Scarfed. He definitely outspeeds Hydreigon, but I can obviously eat up U-turns. I have a bit of bulk. And at this point, I was like, I'm just going to go for the Head Smash. So that was my mistake. I really should have ran Superpower over Head Smash, but I want to be able to hit that Rotom Heat for some damage. But I'm just going to go for the Head Smash now. Rabadoo. And it does, like, 0 to Scrafty. I didn't expect Scrafty in this matchup. I just had a lot of ways to hit it hard. I just didn't see it coming at all. I want to preserve my Hydreigon, though, because obviously with a Life Orb, it can do a lot of work. And I have access to Roost, so it would be really nice to preserve this thing. And, like, this Scrafty's a bit of an issue, but I realized that, like, if he goes to Drain Punch, I can go hard into Ninetales. And I can set myself a position here. Because, see, Scrafty, whatever it goes for, I can kind of play around. So he goes to the DD here, and I'm like, oh no, he's going to DD. But what I should have done there probably is gone harder to Ninetales. Actually go harder to Zapdos. Not my best decision in life. That was pretty stupid, but hey, what are you going to do? We're all human, right? As he's just chilling there like a baller, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to click Volt Switch. And it turns out I'm faster than +1 Scrafty, so he's running like fuck all speed. I don't even know why. Like, surely if you're going to run a DD Scrafty, you would design it to be able to outspeed some shit. But no, like, that clearly didn't cross his mind, which is, you know, it's just fantastic. I'm going to go into Ninetales regardless. I really wish I was running Moonblast, because this could have been a lot easier to deal with, because as you're going to see, this Scrafty is the bane of my existence. He's going to go for Ice Punch, and I know if I'm outspeeding him with Zapdos, I can outspeed him with Ninetales. And I could have gone for the Aurora Veil here. Probably would have been my better play, since I did outspeed the Scrafty. In fact, if I had set up the Aurora Veil, I think I may have had a better chance of winning at this point, but I decided against that. I'm like, you know what? I don't need Aurora Veil up right now. What I can do instead is just on-call this guy into Ice Punch, allowing me to go hard out to my Blaziken and basically just click SD for game, because after a couple of speed boosts, I can outspeed Drill in Sand, which is not a big deal, because think about it, I go into it, he has to go hard into Hippo, I can SD up, then Protect, so that's 2 turns of speed boost, then I can kill Hippo, 3 turns of speed boost, +3 beats +2 easily, and I can just get a clean to his team. So that's the way I was looking at it, like, Blaziken's got this. Nakamura finally coming to the actual field, and I was like, this is it, this is a Blaziken sweep, it's GG, man, it's GG no re. He's going to go hard into Vaporeon. I'm like, this is fine, dude, like, I have high jump kick for this piece of shit, it's fine. And I mean, like, SD for free. Literally, now I just click high jump kick and sweep his entire team. It's no big deal. I could obviously have the Electrium Z and stuff, get off some damage. And as you can kind of tell already, the fact that I mentioned I have high jump kick, you can kind of predict what's about to happen, can't you? So obviously, me being the god that I am going to click high jump kick, because if he doesn't go for Protect, it's a dead Vaporeon. But of course he goes for Protect, so yay! It was in after battle, he said it was just a scout, and I'm like, cool, thanks, man. And it's okay, though, because I'm Life Orb, and I can still sweep through basically his entire team here, guys. Like, I can still win this with Blaziken. I have a 66.6% chance that he doesn't get the second Protect here. And then Vaporeon does get OHKO'd. Even defensive Vaporeon gets OHKO'd by Adamant Life Orb High Jump Kick at +2. So at this point, as long as he doesn't get the double, which is in my favor for him not to do, we should be fine. And he gets the double. So, what I should have done there is probably actually played it a bit smarter. If I had gone for a +2 Flare Blitz on Vaporeon there, it would have allowed me to go hard out to my Scolipede, set up an SD with that thing, and then literally sweep his team. As you will see from the damage output, like a +2 Flare Blitz would have done a very good chunk to this physically defensive Vaporeon, and it would have basically put him in range of Scolipede going for SD and winning. Because I have the Lumberry, I'm like, surely Vaporeon Scald isn't going to do that much to me. I am a Scolipede, I have a bit of HP investment, so it shouldn't be too bad for me here, guys. I should be able to set this up quite free. Oh, wait, he got a crit. Oh, this is such a rough game, man. And I was like, okay, this is bad. This is bad news bears. What I have to do here is just go for damage. I go for the Mega Horn. It does a very, very good chunk, and that's definitely enough to where if I'd gone for Flare Blitz with Blaziken, I could have put it in range, and at that point, Scolipede would have been at +2 speed. I had Protect on that thing too, and I had Aqua Tail for both the Hippo, Drill, and Victini. Could have just won from there with Scolipede if I just hit all my Aqua Tails, but again, like literally this battle was just rough. So I decided to go to Hydreigon because the way I see it, he may go for the Protect, and if he goes for the Protect, I can go for Roost. But he doesn't go for Protect this turn. I'm like, great. He has gone for Wish, and then he's going to Protect, and it's just going to be Cancer. I could have killed it there, but the reason why I didn't want to do that is because then he would have gone free into Victini and got a kill, and I didn't want that either. I wanted Hydreigon at a point where if I kill Vaporeon, he can't just go into Victini and kill me. That was, I guess, my thought process. So he's going for a Wish here. Really, server? Oh my god. Alright. My server's just been interrupted. I will get it back to this point of the battle in a second. Okay, for some reason it just keeps doing it. Whatever. Basically, I click Roost as it goes to Protect, because why not? And then I click Dark Pulse, trying to get the flinch, maybe getting a little bit of hacks back, but no, that doesn't happen. He gets the Toxic off, and I'm like, great. He's probably just going to go for Protect here, because he literally just sits here with his standard Vaporeon set, and 1v1s me, which isn't fun. But there's not much I can do about it, to be fair. It's just one of those sets that... I mean, he actually doesn't Protect for some reason, which means that Life Orb Draco can take him out, and I'm like, cool! Vaporeon's dead. So I've lost both of my sweepers, but hey, Vaporeon's dead. And I was like, sweet, okay. So Vaporeon and Kyurem are down at the hands of Hydreigon. Medusa the last 2 weeks has been putting in the work, and he sends in his Scrafty, which, at the range that it comes in at, Life Orb Draco would take out. Even at -2, I did the calc, Draco would take it out. Judging on the damage that my Volt Switch did, Draco would take it out, and I miss. And I die, and it's just... that one probably sucked the most. Out of all of my misses, out of all the bullshit that happened in this game, that one probably sucked the most, because if Scrafty had gone down there, I wouldn't have taken the Ice Punch, so I would have survived. And at that point, it was basically my Zapdos with Chartyberry, my Blastoise, and the Hydreigon still, up against... a Scrafty would have been dead, so it would have been Victini... I'm not going to like commentate the rest of this game, because it's just... these next few turns, there's a lot of bullshit, because I'm so triggered at this point as he has rest, and it's like... It's just shit, man. Even if he lived, he would have Ice Punched and knocked me out, and then I could have just gone into Zapdos, Heat Waved, and killed him. So regardless, like, Scrafty, if he didn't go for rest there, would have died, and it was just... Anyway, it would have been Zapdos with a Chartyberry, which would have 1v1'd his Drill. I also, I believe, had Toxic for... I didn't have Toxic for the Hippo, but I could have gone out to other things. I could have roosted up with my Hydreigon against Hippopotas, like, stalled out those Toxic turns, just dropped Dracos on his team. Like, dropped Dark Pulses, really, because he had no switching for Dark Pulse. I missed another Heat Wave there, which just, you know, sums up the game, to be fair. It was just a rough one. But basically, Zapdos could have 1v1'd Drill plus Hippo if I needed it to. I still had my Blastoise in the back that could have taken a hit from Victini, as we saw it was a physical teeny, so could have easily taken a hit, gone for either counter to just knock it straight out, or just gone for Scald, since his entire Scald switch-in, like, contingent was gone. But no, that didn't happen either, and he's just going to set up. He's just going to set up. And what I could have done maybe here is predicted the Ice Punch, gone hard into my Blastoise, taken the hit, knocked him out with a counter, but at this point, guys, I was beyond triggered. Like, you just have these games where nothing goes in your favor, and this was one of those games. This was honestly one of those games where nothing went right. I had a 66.6% chance to win that game against that Vaporeon, and I didn't get it, and that sucks. The crit on Scolipede didn't matter too much. I believe it was still a 2-hit KO, but it sucked at the same time. I could have played it safe and gone for Flare Blitz. I really regret not doing that, because it probably would have won me the game if I had done that. We live and learn from these things, though, guys, obviously. And, like, see, I Drain Punch him, knock him out, cool, like... But the damage has been done, and we're going to lose this game 3-0, because Victini's going to come in and click Bolt Strike. My only hope here, actually, was Teeny missing Bolt Strike, and then Ryback somehow being able to live a EQ from Drill, and Torrent Boosted Scald OHKOing both of them, which obviously wasn't going to happen, and yeah. So, a lot of unfortunate things. I think if the hacks hadn't happened, I had the game. Like, I'm not going to be one of those guys to say it was definitive, like, definitely going to happen, but it was very, very, very stacked in my favor for me to win that game from there. I definitely feel like, he played alright. Like, Sketchy won the game, all to him. He took advantage of the situation that was given to him, but I feel without the high jump kick miss, if it had hit, then Blaziken, with the combination of Earthquake plus high jump kick I believe I had, just cleaned his team up. Just absolutely cleaned his team up. He did not have switch-ins for that thing. 0 switch-ins for Blaziken at that point. I could have just basically gone on and won the game, which sucked, and then obviously Scolopy getting crit didn't really matter too much, but if Blaziken had just got the damage off, yeah. The Hydreigon missing Draco was huge, because even if it didn't kill Scrafty, it would have put it in range of dying to Zapdos, then it would have been Zapdos and Blastoise, a good, solid, chunky defensive core, against Victini, Drill, and Hippopotas. If Victini came in, it was probably going to click a fire move, it could have gone out to Blastoise to take it, click Scald, and basically got a kill, which was nice from that range of health, easily could have got a kill, and then if Blastoise obviously killed Victini, then all he had left was Drill, which basically just lost to Heat Wave Zapdos, and then Zapdos could effectively, like, maybe Toxic Hippo could have 1v1 Zapdos, maybe, but regardless, like, he had no switch in for Blastoise at that point. I was getting kills with it left, right, and center. If Drill came in, I could have gone harder to Zapdos, and then if Hippopotas was left, Torrent boosted score would have done a crap ton to him, so I feel if you look back on it without the hacks that happened, probably should have been our game, but that's just how Pokemon goes. Like, these things happen. All credit to Sketchy, he got the win. I can't fault him for that. But next time we play, like, I might not take as many risks. Like, high jump kick was a risk, but at the same time, it was such a favorable risk. It was 2/3 in my favor. It was rough, guys. It was rough. But we're going to bounce back. We are still a positive differential. We are still top of our division, so we're doing pretty well. We got Sharp in our last round of the first, like, divisional matches. If we can win that one and go 3-1, we're still poised to do really well this season. Like, this is a little bump. It's basically like last season against the Hamden Hydreigons. These things happen. We just move on from them. It just sucks. It really sucks, guys. That's just how it goes. But we'll bounce back next week. Yay, Frogadiers, Verd, out this bitch, whatever.